Thank you for tuning into The Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Peter is the director of the 12th Division of the ACIO, Advanced or Alien Contact Intelligence Organization. Jessica is a galactic liaison and the interdimensional seer. Together they will discuss the most current updates from the ACIO, Council of Five, and other extraterrestrial sources regarding many influences on our planet today. Our new format allows you to ask questions and hear the answers from the previous show. Post your question in the comment section below the YouTube video. Disclosures, insider intel that keeps you updated with planetary changes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening to Disclosures. Thank you for joining us today. We have Peter the Insider, and we're going to cover some interesting topics, keep everyone up to date with what's going on, and some of the influences that we're getting from soft disclosure in video games and in other areas of information. So without any further delay, here is Peter the Insider. Hello, Peter.
Hello, Jessica, to you and to all of our regular, maybe not so regular listeners.
Yeah, it's nice that you're here, and we're going to cover some new things. And you told us we would have a special show today that we were going to cover the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And this is a new trailer that just came out. Is there anything that you want to share about it?
To be perfectly honest, the trailer itself is very well made, not because of game, but because of the real deal stages of destabilization of the whole country and all kind of the stuff. But this is the problem, and I will be very, let's say, my words will be tough. Maybe many people will be, I don't want to say will be, they think 100% that it will be rough and all kind of the stuff. But this is always this nonsense about West and the East, and do you know what I mean? This kind of race between both sides and all kind of the stuff. What is nonsense, because they are intruders from outer Earth. So I am talking about ETs, crossbreeds, and hybrids. They want to do those special, very well made, very well planned steps in order to destabilize not either Western countries from Eastern countries or vice versa. No, that's nonsense. To destabilize, respectively, to collapse all the structure, because making this, so making enemies of Western countries from Eastern countries or vice versa. So this is it. They start to fight between each other because of nonsenses. I don't want to say nonsenses, but in bigger picture, if we want to call it that way, bigger picture, right? Those things are absolutely like nothing, like no pure reason to fight, right? And
right.
Especially and very exactly those steps, those plans, what this Russian guy is talking about, it is this exact plan of those disturbing outer Earth invasive ET crossbreeds and hybrids and crossbreeds species they want to rule the whole earth. And we all of us, we need to deeply think if we will be so stupid to get along with this plan and to play their game, or if we will stop fighting for stupid and nonsense reasons maybe, if we want to call it that way, and if we will stand up against them. So I think that we can play the video, and as I said to all of you, our listeners, our audience, try to think, try to listen with understanding. So not only listen and they are just some random words, some random nothing. It's past. Cold War is 30 years, 3 decades over. No, this is very actual. This is extremely this threat we need to take extremely serious. This is not just, I don't know, US versus, I don't know, Russia, not I don't know, UK versus China, for example. We need to think about that, and we need to play it. Okay, so where is this? Okay, so we can play it on full screen, I think.
Okay, so so essentially what you're saying is that it looks like there's a conflict between East and West, between, say, Russia and the United States, or
Yes,
China and the United States, or something like that,
or UK
or
and
the UK,
yes,
or Europe, or some. And technically, the problem is the leadership, or just people in general, are getting influenced by ETs that are actually playing the game. And
technically yes, and people in Western world, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if they are either afraid to reveal that, or they are so influenced, heavily bad influenced, that they don't want to reveal that. Because actually between sorry, my bad, behind the curtain, so behind the scenes of this game, of the developers, are people from real intelligence services. And I know the people, they are from Russia, yeah, and from China. They said that this type of story shouldn't be hidden only for few parts of documentary TV shows. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
some sort of this type of TV shows, I don't want to say educational purposes, but
yeah, so not just exclusively for educational purposes, but also
yeah,
games and movies and
respectively, not educational, but let's say some sort of stuff you can get some knowledge, let's say that way.
Mhm.
But they need to make this type of info vastly popular, and I think that this is the best way possible how to do it. This I'm talking about the make so widely popular video game as it is Call of Duty. And from my point of view, this is the best point when we can play the official trailer, It is not that long. It is 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
We can use a full screen, and we can start that.
Okay. And let us know, the technician, if this is audio's working.
Understand what's going on around you. You are in a state of war, and you have precious little time to save yourself. It's a slow process which we call active measures. The first stage being demoralization. It takes from 15 to 20 years to demoralize a nation. The next stage is destabilization. What matters is essentials: economy, foreign relations, defense systems. The next stage is crisis, with a violent change of power, structure, and economy, period of normalization. This is what will happen in the United States if you allow all these schmucks to put a big brother government in Washington, D.C., who will promise lots of things, never mind whether the promises are fulfilled or not. The time bomb is ticking. With every second, the disaster is coming closer and closer. The danger is real.
Okay. So,
Yes, so this is exactly that I was talking about, and that's true. That it was time bomb is ticking, and that's true, because once we cannot get those warnings serious, once we believe it is only implanted, I mean mounted into video game, and if it, I mean the developers, because it's their aim, their goal to make video games, not only this one but pretty much most of them, as realistic as possible, and because this is like based on actual events, and that's true, like it or not, but that's true. So people don't get this warning serious, and in the first place, and in the second place, they are taking it. Nah, it's nonsense. It's BS. No, I don't believe that. I don't buy it. It's like, it's 30 years over. Maybe yes. I mean yes. Now we have, let's call it Cold War 2.0, like some sort of hacker attacks or something like that. No, this is not about that. This is about, I don't want to say, to be honest, like it or not, I don't want to say they are weaker. Like it or not, Russians and Chinese, they've got much bigger technical network, much stronger technical network, much more enhanced and advanced technical network than Western world. That's fact. That is the problem. Because of that, they were able to recognize the threat, the real threat, what is not coming from Western world, not for them. No nonsense. This is the real threat from outer Earth. So it is hybrids and crossbreeds. Several very specified civilizations, they want to conquer Earth. And this is not about conquer the Earth as a planet or something like that. They want to make, how we can call it lab rats? Let's call it lab rats. Like make some sort of petri dish from Earth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, petri dish. Yeah.
Petri dish, yep.
Yeah.
And in the Western world, the people I don't think, I don't believe, I'm 100% sure that elites, politicians, elites, the intelligence services, they know about that, but they don't take it serious. They don't take this threat serious. No, no. Rather than that, they think only about what the heck is going on in Russia, in China, in India, because India it's country of contrasts, but it's, like it or not, is superpower too. Like it or not, it's true. And this is the problem.
Well, they have a lot of ancient tech and things.
No. I'm talking, yes, but ancient tech, it's in sometimes much more enhanced and advanced than modern tech. Mm-hmm. No, sorry. I'm just saying that the Western world, they don't take it too serious, and
I think they are now, Peter, because things seem very destabilized, as this word is kind of, very clear about what, the agenda is, and the whole process.
I'm saying yes, that's true now, but till normalization, yes, normalization.
And then it a plan decades in the making, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Know your history. That's the first thing they're doing, is trying to tear down history. Get rid of books, tear down monuments. People won't recognize the cities. The cities are getting well, not all of them, but
most of them. Yeah, that's true. And this is it what I'm talking about. Like people, they will not get the they will not get their history because they can't. Do you know what I mean? There will be no monuments to, how can I call it? To remember.
People are remembering the older generation, but they're trying to kill off the older generation.
Uh-huh.
And in the nursing homes, and then the people that are remembering are usually older people, maybe not elders, but more mature people. And
no, you are absolutely right.
They know the history, and they're putting the information out there on Facebook. And the younger generation seems like, I don't know what they learned. It's almost like they learned absurdities, ridiculous information that doesn't even make any sense, because they don't seem to know history. And when you bring up history to them, it's almost like they look at you strangely, like they have no idea.
They look like you want to talk about rocket science. Yeah. You are right.
Yeah, and it's like, what have you been doing for the past, I don't know, it's 16 years, right? If they go to college. And what do you do for 16 years? What has the teachers been doing? I think there should be a huge lawsuit against the against the educational system, to be honest with you, because they've done a huge disservice to the parents, and as a parent myself, I feel enraged that basic things were not taught, about our history. And I'm not saying that other things shouldn't be added to it. Yeah, if you want to add other perspectives, that's fine, but at least give the foundational stuff. And they did it deliberately. They've been messing around with the educational system.
Yeah, so technically it is the first stage, demoralization. It's like it was. Then it happened. No, it was. Sorry, my bad. It happened pretty long time ago, and there is from my point of view, crisis, it happened too, and this is, what is it, like chaos or something like that?
Yeah, and you know what they found? There was a group of protesters, the very violent protesters out there, and they got arrested, and then they found out that their profession was elementary school teacher, art teacher. They were all like teachers. It was bizarre. It's like these are teaching our young children, and they're crazy and violent and wanting to kill people. I mean,
Yeah.
how horrifying is that? They're around children. I
And
mean, there's some psychological issues going on here that are very
yeah,
disturbing.
I just want to say, and then normalization is like that. It is like, how can I call it?
Yeah,
That's
that this
that.
is normal. There's nothing wrong with this. Yeah.
Yes or no? Because once we are talking about normalization, if we wanna call it that way, it is okay. But normalization, what is normalizing? So technically, talking about the stuff that is normal, then the stuff is not normal. Is it everything but not normal? This is not normalization. It is, how can I say that? Creating the chaos, pure mayhem. Like, this is bad. And this is the stuff they are making it very successful. I'm talking about those outer earth species. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to say sad, but horrified that people from Western world, I don't want to say don't take it serious at all, but let's say until COVID crisis, they don't. I don't want to say they don't care, but it was like, nah, we've got time. Everything is fine. No, it is not a big deal. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I mean, it was like, what the heck are you talking about? This is bad. I mean, of course, normal people, common people, they just don't. I don't want to say don't need to care, but once you don't have source of info, it is normal that you can't. You simply don't care, because once I will not have source of info, that will be problem. You know what I mean? It's normal. But I am talking even about the elites. They don't care about that stuff. They take it like, nah, it's fine, not a big deal. And now, once technically they get everything is bad, it is getting into one big ass mess, into collapse, you know, it's
So,
bad.
um, they're doing what we know what they're doing to the United States. Are they also creating strange things in Russia and China, saying that Americans are
No,
doing?
no, I'm saying not, and I will say you why. Because from outer China, outer Russia worlds
Mhm.
point of view, they are, I don't want to say totally totalitarian, but autocratic regimes or something like that.
Mhm.
And there is not 100% democracy, right? And because of that, because once you have democracy, and such a process as we was able to see in this trailer video, once this kind of process started, respectively will start in such a regime, it's very common, it's very easy to have chaos, pure mayhem, like nothing. And from this point of view, it's better to have totalitarian, respectively semi autocratic regime, because from stage what is normal to be under totality, under totalitarian, respectively not totalitarian, autocratic regime, it will get next stage will get to also called democracy. Do you know what I mean? Because once you have normal democracy, the next stage will be chaos, will be mayhem, and that is bad. So from this point of view, it is very weird, but those countries, they have totalitarianism, respectively autocracy, something like that. They are in big advantage. Do you know what I mean? Like it or not, it's true.
All right. So this is because the ETs that are creating this want everyone to be under control. They don't want any society to have a democracy. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because once again, from this point of view, being in under some sort of control, and once you don't agree with official regime, you will be persecuted and will have problems. But under this influence of this kind of circumstances, it will be better, because they will start to create mayhem. And in freedom states, so democracy states, yes, democracy is better, but once again, in a normal situation, in the normal circumstances, in those kind of context, no, very bad. Total problem, big problem. This is it. So technically, states, countries, respectively, let's say region of worlds or of world, they have democracy, they have freedom, all kind of the stuff. They are in big trouble, very deep trouble. That's, like it or not, it's true.
Is that because we had a regime change, and the regime is, this is, we're talking about the ET global control system, or whatever you call that?
Yes, and this is very good. Stuff for us, that we are merging in with new reality, and in their reality, the second one we are merging with is everything is everything. How can we say it? Running in total different contexts. Everything is absolutely the different way working. I mean, the whole system is working in total different way.
In totalitarian system, it's essentially.
But it is not totalitarian system. Nope. It is not. I am not talking about totalitarian system. No. In their reality, nope. It's not true. It's not totalitarian system, because people don't need to how can I say that, to be rebels, because all people have everything. I mean, there is, okay, first premise, first thing, there is no jealousy. So once again, I've got, I don't know, like one child or two children, for example, once it is one child, okay, three room flat, because I need to have a room for my child. And for example, once they are different sexes, so you know what I mean, both sexes, they can't have, from normal reason, for obvious reason, one room, so you will have four rooms flat, fine, and you have small car. But there is no jealousy. I'm not jealous that some people, like in 3 or 4 or maybe 5 blocks, they have huge mansion, and they've got, I don't know, I've got one Jetta, small VW Jetta, and another one they've got, I don't know, like big Mercedes. No, I don't care about that, and I will say why. Because I can earn enough money to pay all the bills, to once pretty much anything from my electronics or my furniture is gone, it's like broken, that it is not rentable to fix it, for example, I can buy it. It is not a big deal. I don't need to save crazy amounts of money. Oh, of course. Not only for myself, but for all my family, all members of my family, I can buy food, beverages, everything pretty much. So there is no need. Help me, no
So it's
poverty.
like a type of socialism.
Or if you want to call it that way, then yes.
Okay.
There is no poverty. No, nothing. There are no certain, and I don't want to say certain, but big areas in the world, especially in Africa and certain parts of Asia, that in their 60 people they are working crazy as hard, 16 18 hours per day for only $1 per day, or I don't know, small piece of bread and one glass of water, as it is in our reality. No, there is nothing like that. No. And there is no jealousy, as I said. And is it not like many people, they now here in this reality, they have this kind of mindset that they are jealous? No, they are thinking, he or she, doesn't matter, right, is successful. Okay, what the heck should I do better in my life in order to be as successful as he or she? This is it. Because this is, give me a second, okay? There is, my bad, sorry. There is no need for a gray and black economy. There is no criminality, no, nothing like that. Why? It is like, for example, a boss of my boss, so technically 2 or 3 levels above me, made very good business deal, right? But it's such a big amount of money that he can give like 1/3, maybe half of his wage as a do you know what I mean, as a premium for this one particular contract. He can give it to people under him. This is not a big deal. It's fine. And people under him, like they are do you know what I mean? They are employees. They are happy, and there are no, they are not jealous, because they are happy for him, for this guy, or I'm sorry, for this man or woman. Sorry for that. And this is it. And those people, they are such high in the company, for example, it is that big that they are not selfish. They are not selfish. They don't give all the money for, they don't keep, my bad, they don't keep all the money for themselves. They just gave it. They are giving it. They gave it, they are giving it, and they will give it. It's a total different mindset. I can't describe it correctly.
It's more complex than this, Peter, because we have to look at a few different things. So you're talking about a fair wage, and that's for people that are working.
Yeah.
Now this other reality, do they actually have a better structure of food source? Do people actually work, or do they stay at home and then someone just
what do you
equally
mean
distributes
food
everything?
source? What do you mean food source? Can you be more
all right, so there's
specific?
Farms. So you know, from our understanding, if you want something, you work for it, you build it, you create it, you know, if you want to have a garden, you plant, and then you take care of it, right? So
yes, that's true.
This system is saying that everyone gets the same, right?
Yes.
Does everyone just pretty much stay at home, and then somehow it's magically appearing that all this stuff is there, or do people actually all kind of contribute and do something
To be honest, it is technically helping. Help me. They are helping. They are. It is like a sharing economy. So technically, there is some sort of barter system, and they are people. They are getting to the cities, and they uh, either are selling fresh, very fresh, brand new bio products. Doesn't matter if we are talking about fruits, vegetables, or vast variety of meat, uh, or they are making it in barter way. But for many people, it is good. It is technically their hobby, right? To get out of town. I mean, I hate the town. Not hate, but I mean, they like to spend free time at um, do you know what I mean? At the farmhouses, at the farms, something like that, in rural areas, and they simply uh, help with the crop. Do you know what I mean, like that?
So that they actually work in the field and grow things.
But once again, if they want,
So
and
if they don't want to, does the food just appear? I mean,
no, not appear. They can go to the market and they can. I mean, to the market one where those people from farms and from rural areas they sell it, or technically they can make a barter stuff. Do you know what I mean?
But
Or
what I'm saying is someone has to either there's replicators or someone is actually doing the work.
technically they've got replicators. That's
Okay.
true. They've
Right.
got replicators. That's true. That's true. But it is like we are calling it 3D printers. It is not. They are not 3D printers. They are replicators, right?
Right.
But you need to use certain matter, certain stuff. You get to the replicator, and it can make a vast variety of like instant stuff. I don't want to say instant, but just in few minutes.
Like dirt, you have to put in dirt or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. But once it is actual crop, like real deal crop or real deer eggs, or I don't know, meat or something, once it was normally, it was, you got the crop or something like that, actual, like real deal. Real deal is simply a real deal. It is not the replicator, as you said it. It will be not never ever the same as once you get it on the in the rural areas. Yeah. But technically there are vast way, types how you can get the food. It's not a big deal for them.
But the bigger question here is, Peter, is looking at the structure of what you're suggesting and what they're already doing. Do these people actually work, or do they just essentially interact with one another? And if they cut down a tree, or maybe they don't do anything, or they're just using replicators, or I mean, how are they existing? I think I'm having trouble understanding how this society wants to merge with our society, but we don't fully understand
the stuff is that they can use replicators once we are talking about, like, it will once it will be how can I say that, not rentable, I mean rentable, that I don't know. For example, it will take way too long journey to transport the stuff. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. That yes, okay. Then they are using replicators because like it or not, but their society, their system, it is not so uh, so there is not no there is not so different. It is not so different from ours. It's pretty much normal.
Do they use fossil fuels? Will they?
Oh no, for hundreds of centuries. It is
Okay.
like for more than 120 130 years. So technically it is like, for example, like Henry Ford or Carl Benz, technically like those old fashioned like funny cars from our point of view, and they will not use either gas or diesel, no, but they are using hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
is that affordable in their reality?
Of course. Of course, yeah. But they are not using those crazy ass hydrogen reactors. It's like minus 200 Celsius degree and all kind of crazy pressures. It is extremely dangerous to drive that. No, they are using small engines, very, very small. There is one thing. You need to fuel it with water, but no, not, how can I say that, like water you can drink or something. It can be dirty schmuck, technically nothing, not a big deal. And uh, technically the product of the reaction is steam, pure steam, water steam. So
How
technically,
fast do they drive? What's the speed that
so
they can
give
get
me
up
give
to?
me a second. So technically, it's the circle because the pure steam, nothing bad at all. In the, do you know what I mean? From and it is getting to the clouds. So it is perfect circle. Fast, they can drive as fast approximate as our cars, maybe even faster. I mean, of course, you've got normal cars, I mean small, fit to the best fit to the town. You've got off-roads, you know, you've got luxury, big luxury cars, you've got extremely fast cars. I'm talking like super sports and pretty much the same types of cars as we are using right now. Expect this. They are not using our type of fuels.
And so is it a
So
whole different?
gas and diesel. They are nano. They are using hydrogen. Yep.
Right. But then that requires a whole other vehicle, or do they do a conversion of the
No,
vehicles
I'm
like
just
this?
saying. I'm just saying. It's not a big deal for them. They are just getting this small type of engine. Not a big deal.
But what do we do with the cars that we already have? Are they going to be
No,
scrapped?
nothing. They just sweep the engine, and that will be it. Pretty much. End of
Okay.
story.
All right. That's what I was asking. Yeah. All right. So as far as living, I mean, are they going to have everyone live in the same type of house, or what is it that they?
No, you can do pretty much what you want. Build. Sorry, I mean not do, but build. No, I mean once again, there is no not totalitarianism. This is not like having dictator, like some sort of, let's say, 4, 5, 6 unified I don't know, like patterns for houses. No, you can do pretty much you want. But once again, there is no need for being rebellion because you've got everything you want, as I said. And that's the stuff. There is no jealousy. You don't need to be jealous, man. Nope.
Well, you're talking about the extreme imbalances of have and
Once
have not,
again,
or the
there
wealth.
are imbalances, but once you can pay all of your bills, you have plenty of food, there are no homeless people, all of the people can afford cars, not a big deal. They all of the people, they can afford a holiday.
Hmm.
My bad, technically not one, at least two. So technically, let's say one in the summer, one in the winter. Do you know what I mean? Huh? In
Yeah.
summer, I want to go to the sea. In the winter, I want to get to the mountains. At least two 2 weeks holidays per year, at least. It's not a big deal there. It's normal. I mean, this is the stuff people, they, once they start to talk about, my bad, to think about that, in our reality it's nonsense. I mean, many people, as you said, they live from paycheck to paycheck, and even they've got debts because you know
Yeah.
it's
Well,
very complicated.
most people have student debts from the
Yep.
colleges where they
Mhm.
didn't learn everything
Yeah,
that they
yeah, yeah,
needed to
yeah.
learn.
And this is the, oh, my bad. I mean, my bad, because I almost forget about that. In many countries, it is like that, but in Western countries, not. There is absolutely completely free education system. Sorry, my bad. I mean, like
That should be a part of something that the government provides. Yeah,
free,
absolutely.
but give me a second. Free, like, how can I say that? Money free. So it's not a big deal. It's like, for, it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, money free. We are calling it gratis.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so I want to get back to the story now from the Call of Duty Black Ops, the Cold War version. It starts off with this thing with a defector by the name of Yuri Bezmenov. Tell us about him. What happens with him?
No, he was only part of the bigger story. But the stuff was not this story. It was a message to all the world, the whole world, okay?
Which
You don't.
means, no, explain that, please.
These. This, okay? This, that the real threat is not from either east to west or vice versa. The real threat is to whole world from outer Earth civilizations. That is the
Okay.
message.
All
Period.
right.
End of story.
So then we get to this, I think it's this person right here, which I think we know who that is. Well, I mean, I was talking to this woman who was in a police force in the
Yep.
U.S., and they actually call their police force the Metro, which
Yep.
goes into our next story. And there was a friend of hers that um, had the name of Jackson, and I was looking at Jackson. I thought of Percy Jackson. The name actually came up to me, and I thought of Perseus, and then you brought up Perseus. And this person is very large, very strong,
Yep.
and so you're saying that this, well, the game is implying that that's this. I don't know. I might be wrong if that's the one that they think was infiltrated, but used by these ETs, right? But he doesn't probably even know that he's being used.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to say that, I mean, we can't cover your topics. That's kind of problem.
Because it's
No.
getting too close to.
Yeah. No, not too close, but I mean, we talked about this stuff too much, but.
Well, you think we get in trouble for talking about
No,
it?
no, not trouble. I'm talking about we are making usually from 1.5 to 2 hour shows, and
Yeah. But yeah, I think we know the whereabouts is. But so what happens to him if they find him?
Nothing. He's not a real guy. I mean, the name and the face and all kind of the stuff, they will not get it, you know, to the video game. I mean, actual face and all kind of the stuff.
Yeah, no, they won't. But I'm sure that I'm definitely not worried about him. He looks like he could handle a lot of different things. Okay, so like I said, they've been planning this for decades, which brings us to or be doomed. That's what they said, or to repeat it. So let's see. This is the Cold War, and this is just coming out. It's not even out yet, right? The game's
it will be in September. No, not September. November, October, or November. I think November. I think like that.
Yeah, so we're kind of ahead of the game. We'll say it like that.
And then this is. But why the heck not? I'm just talking about.
You're the insider, Peter. You should be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Because I'd be disappointed. I wouldn't consider you the insider anymore if you weren't ahead.
Metro is very weird. How we can call them? Very weird.
It's kind of related to the other game, though, right?
Yeah, and
this is
it's
the
very weird game. Not weird like weird, but the stuff is that people don't get the message. They believe this is like another post-apocalyptic BS. It's random stuff. Yes, the fan club, the fan base is huge. The whole franchise is huge, but the stuff is that they don't get the message at all. Misinterpretation, or I don't know how we can call that. It's like
who doesn't get the message?
Most people.
Most people don't get it. So that's why we're talking about.
I don't want to say they don't get it. They get it, but not right. Not right.
So we're here to explain it. All right.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to play this trailer?
Maybe we can. I mean, I don't want to say maybe. Yes, but. No, it's not that. No. I was afraid that it will be long trailer, but 3 minutes it's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Peggy 18.
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. So let us not fear the heretics at our door. Even with their iron steeds standing before us, stinking of machine oil and shining its heretical light upon us.
Remember, most of the country has been destroyed or occupied. Even those who speak our language might be enemies, by conviction or out of fear.
We will not falter. Let us steel ourselves against them. For this is our hour of glory. Amen.
Let's move out, Artyom.
They want blood, they will get it. We'll cross it no matter what those fanatics think.
And if the heretics come for our lands, we will stand firm. So you got interrupt me, you damned heretics! Artyom, jump!
Okay, so this is the Metro game, and
Yes, it got a deep message inside, but people don't get it at all. You know, another or misinterpreted game. It's bad. I'm
so
disappointed from people. I don't know what the heck should I think about that.
this reality exists somewhere. It's going on now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are right.
Another parallel, or
Yep. Yep, you are right. You are right.
so that was this was kind of like Tarkov, right? It was bleeding through.
Technically, some mixture of some sort of. Yeah, you are right. Yes. Yes, that's true.
Okay,
That's
and
true.
why don't you explain the part that people are not getting regarding this? I mean, it looks very post-apocalyptic.
Because this is that. This is that. People are only they are focusing. Okay, this will be bad, but I need to say it that way. It is pretty much the same that people. Okay, I don't want to say all, but most people are judging another one's. Sorry, according to look. Normal people, what is the problem that there are only very little normal people. Yes, of course it's normal that once you face someone first time, it's normal that you got certain impression according how people look like. But normal people, and it doesn't matter how which kind of education you have, but normal natural intelligence and the possibility of judging the whole situation. Do you know what I mean? Get your own logical impression. Uh, you will hear. You will hear uh, um, her or him. I mean, do you know what I mean? Start conversation and all kind of the stuff, and give you will give him or her some sort of tasks or something like that, and you will judge. Okay, this is normal woman, this is normal guy, or nah, he's not okay, he's not trust, or she is not this is she's bad, he's bad, he or she is not trustworthy. But this is the problem. As I like to say, it's a cover. Do you know what I mean? It's a cover. And cover is what sell. Do you know what I mean? Either men or women. Most people, vast majorities of people, she's nice. He is handsome. Do you know what I mean? And this is exactly the stuff that there are hidden messages, also called Easter eggs. Once people start to go through whole game, you know, technically, I don't want to say all, but most of the game itself, it's underground, you know, and there are Easter eggs, as I like to say, those tunnels and all kind of those stuff, civilizations, and you need to look for certain small details and make a puzzle. For example, there were puzzles, to be perfectly honest, I don't play the game itself. I mean, I don't want to say I don't play, but I was into the puzzle, right? And I watched few playthroughs. You know what I mean? Other people play the game and upload on YouTube. And it was like that people, they are extremely hyped about that, so they are fanatic fans of the whole franchise. They said that once you buy and download DLC, that means downloadable content, and you get certain puzzles, as I said, markings, hidden markings or something like that on the walls, and all kind of those different stuff that you was able to get to discover, to uncover hidden stuff, stuff in DLC. So downloadable contents, they will be not available once you will not solve those riddles, those puzzles, but you need to have all the pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, that's basic
And
stuff.
how does that just helps you for the game, or does it give you some other kind of insight of what's going on?
Once again, it will give you full experience in the first place, and in the second, and yes, many people are, I love the game, so technically all kind of the shooting and then the battles, do you know what I mean, melee stuff, and you was able to see that. But the stuff is that once you are fan of the franchise, you kind of like and kind of dislike, kind of like certain characters and kind of dislike another characters. So technically you are able, once you get all those puzzles and solve them right, you get premium content in DLC. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of stuff. And of course, most important, you will be able to not only to solve the riddle, but to see in those special contents like the hidden messages, like this is not only like about instant action. There is a hidden message. How can we say that? Deeply written in there. Do you know what I mean? Once you want to think about that, that's the stuff. And this is the main part of problem. Once we are talking about that, because we are talking about soft disclosure, and people don't vast majority of people, they don't want to believe that, because this kind of way of soft disclosure, video games, most part with video games, TV shows, movies, most, 70, maybe 80% sci-fi, or either sci-fi or I don't know, like post-apocalyptic stuff. So not only like not real deal, actual events, but these kind of crazy stories, people will never ever even start to think that something like that can be based on actual events. Do you know what I mean? But this is it. They are making it special. Special. This type of soft disclosure, especially this way, because they need to hide it in order people, in order to make people doubt about that. I don't will think about that. It's nonsense. It's BS. I don't believe that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't buy this story. No, do you know what I mean? This is it.
Yeah. No, and that's kind of, the environment that they're trying to bring into the cities. Is this environment. You can see that the people that are involved in this are acting like it's a very normal thing, and they kind of like the destroyed cities, because I think a lot of them live there around that area. I could be wrong. They could be coming in from other states and then going
yes,
back.
but technically there are certain how we can say that, certain patterns, how the whole raging and all kind of the stuff, and like that, for no particular reason, and it started all of a sudden the raging and the protests and all kind of the stuff, plundering, it's like looting. It's bad.
Yeah,
Yes, you are absolutely right. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe in some way they were they were already living in this other reality simultaneously, so it's all normal.
For them, definitely yes.
Yeah. And the rest of us watching them thinking that this looks insane. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yes, you are right. Uh-huh.
There's this other game that I found, and I know there's probably tons of games, but it's called Red Alert.
Yeah, but technically it's kind of I don't want to say.
It's old.
It's not old. It's like, give me a second. No, I mean it's from last year, I think, isn't it?
I don't even. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, this one's from 2019.
Yep.
This is the official trailer. So it should be. Hold on a second. Oh, try and open it up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to look at on your computer.
Greetings for citizens of the world. We are the Red Alert team. We have captured This is enough for you for now. Good luck.
Yes, and that's pretty much the the story, how they are doing that.
What is it that seemed like a what are they setting off? What is it that they're actually activating?
Puzzle.
Which leads to, like, there are these other trailers here.
Yeah, that's true. No, we are talking about old game, very old game. No, we are talking about old game now.
Okay.
So this is the stuff that they are making some sort of puzzle,
Yep.
You need puzzle. You need to solve the riddle.
And what happens when you solve the riddle?
Good question.
So you have to find out.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have this. And you've seen this before, Red Dawn.
Yeah.
There's an older version of this.
Yes, but I'm just trying to say. Okay.
You're in the Air Force, right?
Marines, actually.
How long are you here for?
A few weeks.
30 seconds left. Just get us in field goal range. 22, 22!
The blackout may run along the entire northwest corridor.
What's going on? Get to the cabin.
Jake, you take care of your brother, you hear me?
Go now, go while you still can. Go!
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are in a part of the country no longer controlled by the government of the United States.
Boys, I love you both, but I want you to do what I would do. Kill this piece.
They messed with the wrong family.
How did this happen?
There was a new class of weapon. Everything went offline and never came back. They wipe us out, including U.S. Central Command.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm gonna fight. Anybody who wants to join is welcome to. We'll hit them on our terms. We're the Wolverines. We create chaos. We need to steal that weapon. It'd be the foothold we need to take our homes back.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Relax. And squeeze. We inherited our freedom. Now it's up to all of us to fight for it. For them, this is just some place. For us, this is our home.
Okay. So, some of the protesters are acting as if something like this is actually happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Are they in these two realities? Are they in this other reality as well? And
Yeah, that's true. As I said, that's true.
yeah. So is this not going to manifest here, or is it's already manifesting elsewhere, or will it manifest?
I think it is manifesting here, right now.
It's starting to manifest here, but it's already going on elsewhere, right? In this other parallel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But this is a different parallel from the one that is merging with us. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else that you wanted to say before I move on?
No, I think we can move on, but I don't know. It's like you got tons of topics.
Yeah, we can only cover whatever it is that we wanted to look at. So I guess this came up on August 28th, 2020. There was a mothership over Colombia.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some video footage here. So we can take a look at it. And it's kind of weird looking, huh?
No, they are using cloud cover.
Yeah, not very good at it though.
They don't take care about that. Like, it's not a big deal for us.
Do you know which group this is that's doing that?
Yeah, cyborgs.
These are cyborgs. Where are the cyborgs coming from? Are they old?
Old cyborgs, yep.
Are they the old ones, like the very ancient ones, or are they new ones?
New ones, yep.
New ones. And who are they working for?
No, for no one. They are doing their own stuff,
like government? No government.
Yep, for themselves, as I said, for
Okay.
themselves.
Are they creating their own government?
They are trying, but for our sake, that will be better not to do that.
Right. This is underground entrance of Area 51, found on Google Earth.
Yes, I am actually okay.
No, go ahead. You could talk.
I am actually kind of surprised that they don't clean up. I'm talking like from Google Earth.
Yeah, I mean, literally someone has documented it over, whoever created this video has documented it, and finding certain locations.
But it is nonsense from my point of view to get it like from this kind of distance, because what I know actually is the fact that they are having issues, and they are using, because of that they are using teleportation,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you could see that whoever was doing this went back to 2005, 2003. When it started with 2017. Look at this, 1998, that they were doing this.
Yep.
That's one location, and then it brings us to this space right here. And I mean, obviously, no one can get in there, but people, it's kind of a funny thing where the public thinks that it's all fake, it's made up. But then on the other hand, people want to go in there and storm it and go into the private property. So it's kind of like, well, we want to know, we want people to know that it's true, that it exists. But on the other hand, we don't want people getting arrested because they want to look at it. So this saves a little bit, right? That, we can just look at this. Someone took the time and did some video footage and knew about it and decided to document it over the years.
Yeah.
And so, when I see something like this, I wonder if the video footage is going to disappear. So I like to record it, and have it. And
maybe
who knows?
maybe make some backup.
Yeah. I mean, I think people like to know, well, especially you and I talking about the extraterrestrials and so forth. Everything they think is fictitious. Not people necessarily listening to us, but many people think is fictitious. So something like this does help.
But I like to say, or to any people, they don't like us, they hate us. There is easiest way of censorship. Do you know what, people? Just close the page and everything will be fine.
Everything will be good. Yeah, find something else that you like to watch.
Yeah.
But there are people that are very curious. They really want to know whether or not these things exist.
No, I'm just saying about people. They don't know for what, but they start to criticize us for nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of funny for me.
Yeah, look at that little triangle right there in between the space.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, there's always, I think everyone.
I want to say that in this triangle, they are having this crazy ass stuff. Technically, this kind of stabilization system for electromagnetic field, because they are making their operations. Experimentation with electromagnetic field, so they need to have stabilization system.
Yeah, I mean, and it was pretty much a true triangle too, as far as space separation of all three locations.
Yeah. You are right.
Okay, so this is something strange generating a ton of radiation from our galaxy's core. Any any insight on that? It's coming from
Technically,
Milky Way.
this is like some sort of soft crash, if we wanna call it that way, soft crash. So we make some sort of, like two very smooth parts of dress, like silk or something like that, just make some sort of, you know what I mean, some sort of soft contact, and two different universes, they simply touched.
Oh.
And that is it. This is the that caused this effect.
Yeah, they're saying that it's let's see, scientists trying to narrow out what's going on in the gamma radiation coming from the center of the Milky Way. The later research shoots down the possibility the radiation is coming from a destruction of dark matter. So
yes, but give me a second. Give me a second. Dark matter is technically the stuff. Dark matter is not something we can't explain. We only know that that something like that exists, and it is approximately 80% of all the matter in the universe. And what we know in ACIO as inside info, that all kind of the matter is some sort of product of anomalies or how can I say that, bad contacts, some sort of collisions and all kind of those stuff from another with another universes, megaverses, I don't know, like dimensions, respectively densities of another array. I don't know, like for example, fifth array, fourth array, or something like that. This is like, but it's good because without dark matter, our universe will be not stable.
Right.
It is like, for example, the nitrogen is bad. It's poisonous. What? Yeah. But like it is like 78% of, not 60, my bad, 78% of the whole Earth air is nitrogen. Do you know what I mean? So it's some sort of, how can I say that, paradox? Do you know what I mean? Like dark matter is bad, but we need it simply to make some sort of balance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, anything that's isolated, it's just like mercury. It can be toxic, but it does have its purposes, and it's one of the elements.
Yeah, but, exactly. This is it. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Now this one is they're seeing some kind of purple around the Andromeda galaxy, and that's Andronicus has communicated with me many times from Andromeda, and so you see this interesting purple light that's coming out, and it's funny because I talked many times about a purple light, and they used it when they were traveling as well, time travel.
Yeah, but once again, plasma in our, our way of existence is extremely hard to handle. It's like, nah, this is not good idea. You know what I mean? Like,
it's volatile. Is it volatile?
No, it is not that bad, but you need to be extremely careful with, let's say, once you want to deal with that, like, it's not good idea. It is like in chemistry. Once you are student in chemistry, of course, there are poisons. You can't avoid using poisons being student in chemistry, right? But you need to be super careful with them. It is like, for example, big knife, right? You can cut meat, right? Or you can cut bread, right? But once you got in rage, out of control, you can stab someone to death. Do you know what I mean? So it is like double sworded. Do you know what I mean? It's like, not good idea to mess around with. Yeah.
So what do you think the reason why there's this purple light there in the Andromeda galaxy?
They are stabilizing their wormhole with that way.
Okay, is that the way that purplish color usually comes up when regarding wormholes?
Yes,
Okay.
most of the wormholes we can see, or we can, I don't know, like catch with our technique. We are using in astronomy, you know. Most wormholes like that are like that, like purple-ish color. Yep, that's true.
Right. Excellent. All right, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I saw them transporting, and they called it the purple room or whatever, and then they would disappear. So that's interesting, that purple color. Huh. This Neuralink wants to read your brain. This is Elon Musk's world. Gave the world a progress update on his brain machine interface startup in the Neuralink. I think I stutter when I talk about this because I'm having a problem with it.
I just want to say something, okay? It's nonsense. Millions? No, not millions. You can read the whole article, but there are mentioned two very misleading info. First, not millions, but hundreds of billions. What they are like cells or something like that, or no, robots. Am I right? Robots.
I think that's another article. That's another article. This is just the Neuralink that he's already practicing on the pig, but I'll come up to that other article that you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. So you can read that, because there are very misleading, some of those official articles, they are using very misleading info. They are definitely not facts. Nope.
Okay. So it's saying that the implant still has yet to be tested on human beings. Right now, it's they can read and transmit the neural activity of a pig. So they started this implant already on animals. But it's part of a wave of brain-machine interface technologies that aim to address neurological diseases, injuries, and eventually directly link human brains to the internet. Now that would be pretty bizarre.
What is bad? What is really bad? Bad idea.
Yeah, very bad.
Yeah.
And just thinking about the like a internet virus or something, or I mean, you would be completely messed up.
But this is about that. They want to infect people's brains with total misleading info. They don't need even to use viruses. Misleading info, and people will be pretty much done.
Why would he even want to do anything like this? What is his purpose of doing this other than to harm people?
Making people like slaves, or
AI to help a soldier.
Yeah, AI. But respectively, before and during Second World War, Dr. Death, Joseph Mengele, and this is pretty much that will be pretty much the next level from his crazy experiments, because like it or not, never ever this fact, and this is solid fact, all of Musk's companies, they are very closely connected, and they are cooperating with Murkoff, like it or not. And all of three Wernicke's brothers, Karl, Wilhelm, and the third one was Rudolf. Karl, Wilhelm, and Rudolf. And technically, all three of them are cousins of Joseph Mengele. Like it or not, it's true.
This is the Outlast game.
Yeah. Outlast video games. And there's another problem. only crazy survival video horror video game. And I don't want to say no or none, but most people, they don't believe that something like that can be possible. Nah, and this is bad, you know.
Yeah, and that was one of the my labs I was in.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks. That sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
most people, they don't want to believe that.
No.
They
No.
even don't want to believe that some sort of my lab is real and something like that can exist in real life. And that's we can't do anything against it, that people don't want to believe that, but it's
The longer
this
we
is
ignore
our mission. This is our mission, and even longer we will talk about that, and more evidence, and as I like to say, solid evidence we will give to people. I think that this will be only one thing what matter. Am I right?
Right, that's the purpose we're bringing the information up, so people can become more aware of some of these programs that have been going on for a long time. And, this is obviously my childhood that I was pulled into these my labs, and many other people have been pulled into a variety of my labs, including this one. And so it's the whole purpose of bringing a lot of this information to light. So if we are aware of it, then we know what we're dealing with or how to avoid it, how to pull ourselves from these situations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this looks like the DARPA has funded researchers who are studying the possibilities of synthetic telepathy. And so they're...
It's absolutely crazy, because DARPA, they are doing all kind of crazy stuff, and this is the main part of the problem. No one is like it's like the DARPA. Those are good guys. Why the hell should we care about them? It's no. It's fine. And believe it or not, but many healthy people, they are giving them money, and this is like, what the heck? They have, according officially, okay, officially. They've got only like 200 or 250. Nah, my bad. Official website, 220 employees, which is absolutely crazy. Only that small number, and they've got 3.5 billion annual budget. Nah, nonsense. It is approximately real deal, right?
Wow.
It is more, less than 200, like 150 employees or something like that. Of course, they've got big amounts of contractors, but they've got 15 crazy ass billion annual budget only from US DoD, Department of Defense, and wealthy people, they are giving them crazy money. Crazy. I don't know, those kind of people from IT. I don't want to mention the names, because that will maybe can be a problem for us. Mm-hmm. But they are giving them, I don't know, 500 millions, 1 billion per year. This is like, what the heck? Of course, it's from, I don't want to mention the names, because they are giving those money for them via bitcoins, so technically it's the money laundering. Do you know what I mean? But they are giving them that, and it's like, what the heck is wrong with those people?
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that really needs to be revised, and it won't be unless people, speak out and ask questions. Yeah. Another thing here too is the RAND Corporation. It's saying that the technology, what's next, as BCI technology improves, it could enable true transformative applications that merge humans and machines, especially for the military. By researchers at the RAND Corporation outlines.
Of course.
Merging humans and machines. So this is like the cyborgs that we were looking at in that spacecraft over in Colombia.
Absolutely. Yep. You are right.
So they're doing this and then letting them just go off. Cortically, connecting a human brain to a machine could allow an AI to help a soldier in the field evaluate data far more rapidly than they could do alone, creating a centaur model combining human and machines. They call it a centaur. So
Yes.
that's in mythological terms, that would be a man and a horse.
Absolutely. Centaur. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
And
Or
this is the stuff. This is the stuff because people. And this is the stuff because people. Nah, it's nonsense. They've been living in ancient times. Blah blah blah. No, this is not blah 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 because those ancient technologies, once they've been activated in all kind of in all part of the world, they've been it seems it simply start that they've been much more enhanced and advanced that we've got right now. Like it or not, that's true.
I have a theory, and you can tell me whether you think it's right or wrong, but my theory is if they're talking about it, they've already done it. That means that if they're bringing something to the public as if they're thinking about it, but in my opinion, they've already done it, and now they're just letting people know.
It's old-fashioned. It's like, nah, it's long outdated. Yes, you are right. Yeah. Absolutely, you are right.
So
absolutely.
And here's the other thing too. They said if there's a risk of malfunctions, like hacks of adversaries, so someone hacks into a cyborg, and then the chance of relying too heavily on what you might term exquisite tech, says Anika, and I can't say the last name, a political scientist at RAND. So they're already considering what to do about hacking. I mean, they have a lot of the details. Oh, and look at this. Grave possibility that it would facilitate totalitarian control of humans. I didn't know that was in there.
Exactly.
It's interesting how all this stuff sort of comes around circle of our initial conversation. I know that we're guided in these conversations.
Yeah, but technically, like it or not, because, and this is it, of course people will not believe that, but I mean you and me, you Jessica and me, we barely talked about stuff we want to talk about in the shows. I mean, like, we don't prepare at all, like, nah, we will talk about this in this article, or do you know what I mean, those connect links. No. And I will say you why I am talking to you people, right? Because we are some sort of telepathic. What do you think?
Yeah, and I feel like initially I get guided too, because I have different people sending me stuff. I have one person sends me tons of stuff. She's amazing, but there's other people that send me things, and it's awesome. And I'll look at it, and immediately I know this, don't bring up that one. Look at this one right now, and I construct it all together, and then I present it to you, and then we will then start the conversation. You tell me what you want to talk about. But yeah, I mean, you didn't have time to read through the article, and you brought up the topic of
yes, because I literally don't have time, because you simply sent me all the links, internet
right before
links.
The show.
Yeah, it is like few minutes, and I don't have time to get through all this. As you are right, you are absolutely right. Yeah.
So yeah, and let's see if there was anything else here. Scientists working on the field to call in 2017 for a declaration of neuro rights that would address the threats posed by brain reading technology. Huh.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. So, cyborg type of technology, reading other people's minds, or having the technology, and then, it's kind of like Facebook, having access to everybody's information. I think they're already doing it.
Yeah, of course.
on the social media platforms from the back end. they have everyone's personal information and in patterns of what they're looking at and so forth and sharing. So anyhow, next. NASA finds active Star Wars galaxy in deep space, August 27, 2020.
Absolutely. To be honest,
New York
that's true.
Post.
This is true. This is true. Once again, that's true.
Here's the galaxy. It's TXS 0128 plus 554 is 500 million light years away in the constellation of Cassiopeia. It's considered an active galaxy. It emits more than all of its stars together. And in 2015, researchers found that TXS 0128 plus 554 was a faint source of gamma rays, but wasn't until recently they went in for a closer look. And that's when they found, I guess, the first time I saw the results, immediately thought it looked like Darth Vader's TIE or TIE fighter spacecraft from Star Wars. And from the episode 4, A New Hope, that was a fun surprise, but it appeared as different radio frequencies also helped us learn more about how active galaxies can change dramatically on decade time scales. So they thought it was a supermassive black hole that is believed to be 1 billion times the sun's mass, which may provide a reason for gamma ray emissions. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
They're talking about, so the exoplanet Kepler 1647b was discovered 3,700 light years from Earth. It is a part of the double star system similar to Luke Skywalker's planet Tatooine. 3 years later, exoplanet LTT 1445AB and its 3 stars were discovered. Which brings us back to the whole idea of the science fiction writers that are actually getting information from ETs about what already exists out in space, similar to my Andronicus transmissions. This is Star Wars. Yeah, letting us know what's going on. And they also talk about the first volcanically active exomoon, a celestial body eerily reminiscent of the tiny fiery Star Wars planet Mustafar, where Anakin and Skywalker turned into Darth Vader. So it's interesting, but it makes people think, maybe we should be taking some of this information a little bit more seriously.
Absolutely, you are 100% right. That's true.
And this is the one that we were talking about initially.
This is the one I was talking about, but this is absolutely crazy. Because it's not true. It's not 1 million. It's few hundreds billions micro-robots, and it is not technically micro-robots. Let's say not micro-robots, but small robots. But I'm talking about like nanotech, what is x10 minus 15. Crazy as small. They are like, what the heck is that about?
So it's femto nano.
Yep. Not nano, femto. I'm talking femto. Pico and femto. Pico is x10 minus 12, and the femto x10 minus
10
15.
Minus 15. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
It said it can fit inside a hypodermic needle. So the robot, that's
but
small.
This is what I was talking about. It is like this barbed wire system, as I said, not needle. And this like it is so small. It is hurting you like hell. It hurts like hell, and it is not itching or something. It is like you are burning inside out. It is absolutely crazy, and it's like, what the heck is going on with me? And it's like that,
Have you had that happen to you, Peter?
No, not to me, but to few of friends of mine. It was like, what the heck is that? Maybe you can read the article or something.
Yeah, well, we were talking about the barbed wire from this other needle where it goes in and then it has like a barbed wire, kind of those hooks.
Yep.
That hook into the skin.
We talked about that already. You are right.
Yeah. So it's a 4-inch wafer of silicon has been turned into an army of 1 million microscopic walking robots, thanks to some clever engineering employed by researchers at Cornell University in New York. And so they published a paper in the journal Nature. A team of roboticists detailed the creation of their invisible army of robots, which are less than 0.1 millimeter in size, about the width of a human hair, and cannot be seen with the naked eye. The robots are rudimentary and are reminiscent of Frogger, the famous 1980s arcade game, but they take advantage of an innovative new class of actuators, which are the legs of the microbots designed by the team. So the game Frogger.
Yeah, but actually it's not true, because the stuff what they are talking about should be much bigger, but I'm talking about the fact that they've got much smaller stuff than that what they are describing in the article. I'm just saying,
Here's the game I don't know why they use this as a reference, but I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yep, it is.
And did you ever play that game, Peter?
Nope.
Okay, where were we? So anyhow, that's pretty much it. So you can see that, they say, honey, I shrunk the robots. Yeah, they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Very, very easy to implant into a body.
Yeah, and technically once you get these bad guys in your body, you can't get rid of them, because they are so small that they technically get to your muscles, to all of your cells. It's absolutely crazy. It's like, what the heck is going on? It's next level BS.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yep, it is.
There's another article. NASA discovers a huge artificial structure orbiting a sun in Earth's vicinity. This is August 27, 2020. And
yep.
NASA's Kepler telescope discovered something absolutely amazing, that is some huge structure believed to have been engineered by some kind of advanced extraterrestrial civilization.
Do you know what it is? Dyson sphere. Dyson sphere. Okay, the Russian scientist Kardashev, he had Kardashev scale, what is technically like first like stages of civilizations, right? 0, civilization 0. We are 0 right now in our how can I say that, like our stage, yeah, of enhancement. We can't get the whole potential of our planet. Give me a second, okay?
Yep.
The first stage, the civilization can use all the potential of the planet. Second stage, they can use all the potential of their star. So this is the stuff, Dyson sphere. The third stage, they can use the whole potential of their galaxy. Fourth stage, they can use potential, very hypothetically, potential of the whole the whole universe. Technically, third stage, they can colonize the whole the galaxy. Fourth stage, they can use highly theoretical the potential of the whole universe, so they can practically get to any part of the universe. And the fifth stage, highly theoretical. They can travel to another, dimensions and universes, dimensions, and all kind of the stuff. So this is the second stage. Dyson sphere. This is Dyson sphere. This is it.
I don't know if we should look at this or.
Yeah. Kardashev scale. You can get it to Kardashev scale. Yeah.
Yeah. It's unusual. Let's see the explanation of the behavior. So it's
Kardashev, my bell.
My there bad. It is. There's the Dyson swarm.
Yeah. Dyson swarm. I mean, technically, like Dyson swarm, it is because they. Give me a second. The initial idea was Dyson sphere, so one sphere, one big structure, but no, it can't be like that. So they call it Dyson's swarm. That means small collectors, they can collect the energy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that.
Yeah.
So like that.
Now they're talking about the color temperature.
Yeah. Like that.
That's pretty wild.
Like it or not, it's true.
When the star is dimmed, it's dimmed more in ultraviolet than the infrared.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be possible with
Yeah. You need to get to Nikolai Kardashev, Kardashev's scale,
Do you want me to look that up?
I mean, if we can do that on the Wikipedia, why the heck not?
Yeah, why don't you spell the name and then we'll do a search there. The scientists aren't sure yet if a dust cloud can explain.
Yeah, give me a second. I send the link for you on Skype.
They're saying it's not aliens. So scared to let anyone think about it.
It's here. Aliens. It's here. I sent it to you. Okay. I sent the link for you.
Oh, all right.
As I said, he initially have only 3, 1, 2, 3, but technically, as I said, another scientists added first. So technically, below first. No, my bad. Not first type civilization, but 0 type civilization. So we are now in 0 type, and as I said, 4th and 5th type of civilization. That's like that.
This is the first.
Yes,
yeah.
As I said, extensions to original scale. You need to go down, much more down. Extensions to scale. Just go down,
right
down.
Here?
Yeah. Right here. Yes. That's true. Extensions. Yeah. You are right. That's true. Very interesting type of scale and all kind of the stuff. Yeah. Interesting. He was a very clever guy.
References like Carl Sagan.
Yep. So this is pretty much tough.
You have some really amazing scientists that have figured things out, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have any other topics? I don't know. To be honest. I don't know. I think not.
That's this one. What is that? Nope, we just looked at that. But yeah, it's this one right here about the wormhole.
Wormhole, but I think we talked about wormholes or not.
Well, one theory beyond the standard model could allow wormholes that you could actually fly through. So I think they're just pretty much verifying what we already knew, right? Wormholes are a popular feature in science fiction. That means that through spacecraft can achieve faster than light travel and instantaneously move from one point in space-time to another. And while the general theory of relativity forbids the existence of traversable wormholes, recent research has shown that they are actually possible within the domain of quantum physics. So you already know that. You talked about merge using wormholes.
Yes. Yes, that's
and that
true.
it was stable.
Yes. So
yeah.
I don't know if people want to read through all the article, but technically we talked about this many times before in previous shows, I think, at least.
Yeah, and also we, this guy's going to be talking. What we do with all of the shows is we provide links. So if we're talking about a subject, unless we forget to add something, technically all of the articles that we provide, we will usually reset into the links below, so that people can
into the
read
description,
it.
into the description. You are right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just so that they can kind of reference it and go a little deeper if they want, and kind of review the source of information.
Yes.
And so we try our best to provide that information for people so that they can have better information and knowledge and something to back up what
Yes, you are absolutely right, because this is about our credibility, that we don't talk about some random ass nonsense BS stuff. Just it is like it is that obvious that we talked and we are talking about that stuff that it is already, it was already published, and it is publishing in mainstream media. Like it or not, it's true.
Right. Or at least they're talking about discussing the theory of it, whereas we know that it's already existing. And I think if you're logical and you can kind of see a lot of the things that have been discussed have already existed from before. That's how they have a knowledge of it, and they're just kind of getting the public warmed up to the idea that some of these things exist. It's sort of kind of breaking it to them softly so that they don't lose their mind when they find out all these other things are going on. But anyhow, I think that's the content that I had for today, and we thought it was going to be too much, but it turned out okay, right? Peter? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so is there anything else? Is there anything else that you'd like to say in the end?
To be perfectly honest, I think that's all for this show, and I think that was very good, and I'm happy that I can share some interesting news with our audience.
I appreciate your time, Peter, and we just want to say thank you to Peter the Insider for sharing some interesting insight, and I want to thank you for your time. I know that your time is valuable, and we do our best. And thank you to all of those that submitted articles and topics to be looked at. And I appreciate you as a listener. We have, I think, the best group out there that are listening to some of the topics that we're discussing. They seem to be getting it, and not, if they have more to add to it, I appreciate their feedback. It's really intelligent, very, very interesting feedback. And thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting what we're doing, and we'll continue to do so. And I thank you again, Peter.
Thank you for opportunity to be on your show, and I'm looking forward to till next time. Bye bye.
Okay, goodbye everyone. Have a good day.
You have been listening to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Ariel Morocco. Join us on YouTube channel. Jessica Ariel Morocco and visit www.peter-insider.com and www.readingsbyariel.com. Remember to post your questions in the comments section below the video. We look forward to hearing from you.